So I had to run my CPAP all night off of this little inverter deal. So I brought it's a little Cyber Power Road Trip 175 inverter. When I went to bed last night, the battery there was like at 12.6, and now it's at 12.2, and it ran it all night. I mean, I wore it for probably almost 7 hours, so pretty impressive.
Searching for greatness in a sea of the dying and shameless, a sea of the aimless. I don't wanna be one of the nameless. I'ma wake up with the mindset that one day I'm gonna make it, and I don't think I'll be fine if I don't break my limitations. Don't try to stop me, I exist to write my own story.
We're off to a rough start. Ben went to rip the cord on the generator so he could make coffee this morning. Handle came off in his hand. Now the Tacoma don't want to start, so we got her hooked up with some jumpers, thinking maybe it was just slightly low voltage, but that still ain't enough to kick it. Thinking we got his starter a little too wet. So after doing some testing and inspecting, we found that the relay that triggers the starter has power coming into it, but the ground to it's intermittent. Don't really have time to dig into it right now, or don't want to. We'd like to log some miles today, so took some wire and a butt connector, plugged into the trigger wire at the starter itself with enough wire that we can just touch it to the positive battery terminal. That'll trigger the starter manually and get us by for now. So should be good. Ben's gonna hit the key. I'm gonna start it. We're gonna shut the hood, get the show on the road. Ignition on. Truck running. Tie the wire out of the way. Shut the hood. Get rolling. So day 2, getting on the trail. Little learning curve with stuff this morning with Ben's truck, and then Spike is making some whirly noise. It's still making it even after we remove that front drive shaft. Intermittent. So we've been doing some farting around, testing, jacked it up, spun the wheels by hand. Can kind of feel something. It almost felt like, oh man, stop. Yeah, very cool. Following Tony. I told him on the radio we were stopping to take pictures, but he hasn't backed up, so he'll stop eventually. Hey, he looked in his mirror for a second. Houston, I have a problem. Apparently my tent brackets ripped out of this rail. Oh boy, this ain't good. So I got the tent fixed, ran some extra zips, self-tapping screws through it, as well as the bolts that were holding it in there before, just as an added safety measure. Hopefully we don't have any more issues with that. And we're letting Whitney do some cruising and following Tony through the wilderness. And it is cool. Chris has got a trail find. It's got like an actual bug zapper, and it lights up too when he hits the button. It was just literally laying in the middle of the trail.
Oh, you just found that. I thought you had it.
No, it was laying right there.
I just found this.
It was laying in the middle of the trail.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sucks to be somebody.
Yeah.
We gotta find one more, do electric badminton later.
Something is looking out for us with all the skeeters that we've been bitten by up here. We found bridges out. they're working on it. But it's kind of cool. You got some pretty gnarly equipment here. Best thing about job sites, job site toilet. Whew, it was hot in there, but nothing better than being the first one to use it after it got clean, you know what I'm saying? This crane base is literally as wide as the whole road. It's pretty awesome. My Captain Jack walking the plank here. While it may be an odd lunch stop, we used the potty, took the opportunity to make some food since we were kind of at a dead end where nobody else was coming. Not bad. Now we're gonna turn around and go the other way, see where we can make it. Cool little river crossing. Very neat. Bridges out here in the middle of nowhere.
People are gonna be like, "What you buying the UP?" I bought a colander.
Colander so she can go rock picking.
Walk and talk, heading down.
Yeah, what do you think, dude?
Oh, it's been an amazing trip. That
So-
water was a little fresh out there, that's for sure.
Yeah, so far so good. So we're just cruising the H58. We just stopped at the Lake Superior Lookout on the west side of Grand Marais. And we are just headed towards Grand Marais, kind of putzing down the old 2-lane curvy back road here. And seeing what we can see. So far it's all beautiful. Look at that guy.
Hello.
Pretty wild. You can see right through the bottom of that. Just the sound of the water. It's cool. Sable Falls. So we are at Blind Sucker Flooding, site number 2, campground. We actually came up and camped with some friends here a couple years ago and remembered it and put it on the marking map for coming tonight. So very cool spot, very cool. Super close to Lake Superior, but back on this flooding, I guess, from backing up for a dam or whatever. But pretty nice, peaceful. Got the rigs lined up here, and Whitney is cooking up some fajitas for dinner. Ben and Chris are playing with fire, being the pyromaniacs, and I'm playing with camera stuff like usual. All right, so what we found in driving today is that when my lockouts are locked, I don't get that weird noise, grindy, vibration-y sound in the front end. When they're unlocked, I do. So I'm thinking centrifugal something. These are trying to spin and stop and spin and stop or something that's making noise. So we're gonna pop the front lockouts off and see if there's any way, if there's something we did, or if we just need to disable them and pull the slug out of there or what. So I took the lockouts all apart, and basically what I figured out was that me trying to loosen the bolts earlier was the opposite of what needs to happen. So in order for them to unlock, and I didn't remember from putting them together, but in order for them to unlock, it needs to be pushed inward. So what I did was the exact opposite. By loosening that, I was allowing it to pull outward, which may have been slightly trying to engage it, which may have been creating more of the noise. So I put them all back together, made sure there's no, major debris or anything in there, got it all cleaned out, put it back together, and just snug these bolts up good. And we're gonna see what happens tomorrow, but hopefully it's nice and quiet. If not, I know that I need to tighten them a little bit more to push inward, and hopefully that takes care of my situation, but time will tell. In the meantime, there's just enough service here that people are catching up on their phone conversations. We're enjoying a little breeze off the lake and a little campfire, and just gonna have a good time enjoying one another's company.
Figure it out. Like this on both sides.
Nobody's had the guts yet to test Chris's trail find.
Well, what's it gonna do?
So
Like a little pinprick?
he brought it over to the campfire.
Was it gonna kill one of us if we touch it?
No. I mean, you don't have a pacemaker, right?
No.
Should be fine.
It's got to be less than one touch. That's all I got to say. I've been poked by one time.
I've been poked by 110.
A lot.
I actually have a flashlight taser at work, and it hurts, but it doesn't hurt terribly.
Yeah.
We were doing
So
that
this
up
is
here
the
after
conversation right now. I'm curious to see who's gonna go for it.
The campfire
I really
conversation.
want to see how bad that is.
Campfire
get, like, a
conversation
buddy
with
deal
Turbo's
going.
Toy Box. There you
Yeah.
go. There's
Just
Probably
make it.
broken. It's nice on the
Just
trail.
make an actual spark. I don't- Oh, nothing. Dude, nothing. All that buildup, and there is nothing there.
told you.
There is nothing there.
Hey, wait a minute. Are you fooling me and not
No.
touching the button?
Chris is like,
I hit the button. There's nothing there.
So do we gotta touch the inner one?
Somebody probably threw it out because
It didn't work. They're like,
Chris is all like, ah!
You gotta get.
I heard the snap.
we saw it.
Dude,
No,
it's live.
sir.
It's live. It's real. It's real. I have to tingle.
You gotta touch both of them.
Dude, it does. My finger still feels like somebody whacked it. I did. Right on the end of the finger.
Too busy laughing. I still feel it.
It's real. I want to hit Andy's knee. Like, here you go. Feel that for a minute.
Don't you
Your
dare.
turn now? You want to poke it?
No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. My hand already hurts from
You're like,
pushing the lockouts
I think
in.
it hurts laughing this hard more than the fucking.
I saw the blue flame as the snap happened. You guys jerk off it. You're like, look, it doesn't even work.
Yeah.
What's your favorite part of the day?
It is legit.